The natural beauty and rich cultural history of Cambodia have survived centuries of wars, destruction, and genocide. The people struggle to build a modern society and search for a reason to hope.
We understand more about the purpose of life, and seems like it will be nothing without the gospel in this life.
The energetic Latter-day Saint missionaries bring a new message of Jesus Christ, and the people find them.
I just sit back and watch the miracles that take place because of their goodness.
Saving the children is the focus of humanitarian work. People of vision rescue them and teach them. Missionaries lend a helping hand.
To be able to just help them in some capacity so that they could be more independent was inspiring.
Finding a better way. The farmers rise from poverty, and they in turn help others. Lives are changed.
It's just huge. It's very successful.
Once devastated by terror and separation, the Cambodian saints say they have now found joy in one another.
One of the greatest miracles that happens here in the gospel has been the change of life in terms of bringing and uniting families.
They talk about finding each other after the Civil War, but once together, they did not know how to be happy.
When I know and my family to know the gospel, change my family to be happiness. We have happiness every day.
In a few short years, thousands have found the restored gospel. Join us for Seeds of Faith, the Saints of the Kingdom of Cambodia. The ancient and mysterious temple complex of Angkor Wat remains the finest example of Cambodian architecture and faith. First Hindu, then Buddhist, it signifies the beauty and greatness of ages past and is the national symbol. From the 9th to the 13th centuries, the Khmer Empire ruled all of Southeast Asia. In the 1400s and for the next several centuries, the Khmer Kingdom was overrun and became a vassal state of both the Thai and Vietnamese kings. The region became a French colony in the 1860s and remained so until 1953, except during the Japanese occupation during World War II. In the 1970s, the monarchy was overthrown and the Khmer Rouge, a radical communist organization, took over. Its leader, Pol Pot, created a forced agrarian society. And during a 4-year reign of terror, nearly 2 million Cambodians were killed. The genocide eliminated the educated, the business class, and anyone who had anything to do with foreigners. Others died of starvation and disease. The country was destroyed. During the U.S. war against the North Vietnamese, many bombing raids were made into Cambodia. Older Cambodians still hold the United States partially responsible for supporting a coup by Cambodian General Lon Nol, who could not maintain control, and that eventually led to the devastating Civil War.
When I was young, I am like the other children, and it is very hard to live in the war because they have artillery to drop bombs in Cambodia.
Today, Cambodia's government is a constitutional monarchy. Nearly 14 million people live in a nation slightly smaller than the size of Oklahoma. 95% are Buddhists, and 80% of the population are subsistence farmers. Sanitation is poor, mosquito and waterborne diseases are rampant. It was not until 1993 that Latter-day Saint church leaders had an opportunity to meet with a representative of the Cambodian Foreign Ministry to discuss performing humanitarian service. 1 year later, the first humanitarian missionaries arrived in Phnom Penh. As they changed grief-stricken lives, Cambodians became interested in the faith.
Just one branch, small building in a leased facility. It's very small and very quiet.
President Hinckley visited in 1996 to speak at a fireside at a hotel in Phnom Penh. President Hinckley thanked the members for their faithfulness and strength, though their numbers were few. He said after 20 years of waiting, the church was finally starting to see some progress. Missionaries were there to teach. Cambodians were seeking the truth.
I think the church has a great future in Cambodia.
He told them that he was deeply sorry for what had happened in their nation, but he urged them to leave it in the past. He was aware of their sacrifices in the faith.
Thank you for your faithful service in the church. And I pray that you will always remember this occasion.
439 people gathered to listen to President Hinckley's fireside, nearly half of them not members. The church then experienced remarkable growth at a quick pace. By 1998, there were 800 members. Cambodian Latter-day Saints were eager to share the gospel with their fellow countrymen. By 2004, membership numbers reached over 6,000. It was then that Bishop Richard C. Edgley dedicated the first church-constructed meeting house in the country. Despite the years of conflict and pain these people had suffered, Bishop Edgley noted how peaceful and happy they were, calling their faith as strong as any people on the earth. In May of 2002, Cambodian national television covered King Norodom Sihanouk and the Queen as they met with the mission president, John P. Colton, and Sister Colton. President Colton presented a copy of the newly translated Khmer language Book of Mormon and one in French, the king's second language. He also gave the monarch a short history of the church in Cambodia, complete with photographs of Latter-day Saint charity work in the kingdom. The king presented a silver bowl to President Colton, and the Queen gave a silver dish to Sister Colton. President Colton later wrote that the king had expressed his gratitude for the church's contributions to the rebuilding of his kingdom. They parted with very warm gestures. Today, there are 23 branches in Cambodia. Many of these members are first-generation Latter-day Saints. Itmang Mori learned about the church in 1997.
Basically, I come from a poor family, and the church, they have a learning center during that time, and because we don't have opportunity to attending the private school, it costs money, so I saw the church.
Soon, missionaries invited him to accompany them and act as translator or find locations. After about a year, one of them asked him when he had been baptized.
So I told them I never baptized. He's surprised. He asked me to have a first discussion.
He was baptized in 1998. His wife is a returned missionary. They have 2 children. Maury says he is grateful to be a Latter-day Saint. His parents never converted, and after the Pol Pot regime, when the Vietnamese government took over Cambodia, his father was sent to the minefields and lost both legs. But he supported his son's decision.
He just advised me that whenever the church teaches you the right thing, no smoke, no drink, you go ahead and do it. So I really appreciate that he allowed me to join church.
5 years ago, Kehoan Suna found the missionaries through her brother, who was taking discussions. She listened to what they were teaching and decided she wanted to learn more.
Because I want to know about this church, because missionaries said about Jesus Christ. Before, I don't believe that, but I want to know. So I want to learn if how Jesus Christ. Okay, I will believe forever.
Born and raised in a northern Cambodian province, Sui Chi Ling moved to Phnom Penh in 1994, hoping to study at a university. He saw missionaries on the street.
I talked to the missionary. I said, what did you do here in Cambodia? And they spoke Cambodian. I was impressed, you know. I said, why you spoke Cambodian? Wear nice tie and shirt.
In 1997, he became a missionary. He remembers reading the letter from his mission president in Idaho.
Told me where's a location of that area. So I just saw on the map, and he told me some brief information about snow, bring jacket. You know. Cold, especially cold. I landed in Los Angeles. I cried. I never have been seen the U.S., you know, the United States of America. So I impressed, and I went. I had